It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
Radio check, radio check. All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Check's complete. Everyone be aware, we've got a car leaving the garage.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. So it's all about speed in today's sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? We're back here in Losail for a track that's 3.34 miles long. There are 16 turns around its unique three-pronged shape and just a single DRS zone out of turn 16. It's fast and it's flowing, and there's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS down the long straight and into turn 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Sonny Hayes lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Russell, Joshua Pearce, and Albon, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Gasly, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Piastri, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso. Stroll, Bortoletto, Isaac Hadjar, and Nico Hulkenberg. Ocon, Doohan, Lawson, and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Mystery, intrigue, and skullduggery behind the scenes. I think that's what's going on with our 11th team here, because they don't seem overly happy with the driver lineup they've got.
Not nice for the current drivers, but for the team, they've got their own interests at heart here.
Okay, radio check, radio check. Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, DRS is now available. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Final lap, push, push. Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Well, that's an end to the sprint action. Next up, we'll set the grid for the Grand Prix. So we'll see you next time. It's all about flow and pace today, qualifying in Qatar, a high-speed test that will set the grid for tomorrow's race. So welcome along.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check. Standing by. Okay, we seem to be having a few software issues at the moment. Sit tight for a few minutes while we reboot some things, okay? Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go. Okay, radio check, radio check. Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check. Okay, engines fired up, we're set.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once more to the Middle East for what could be a very tricky night for our drivers tonight. Sandy, dusty, and with the sun setting, the temperature dropping too. This could be an intriguing event. Stand by for the Qatar Grand Prix. So we're back here in Losail, and this is the track map. 3.34 miles, 16 turns, and just one DRS zone out of turn 16. It's already a fast and flowing track after all. There's a good overtaking opportunity with DRS, though, through the long straight and into turn 1. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Pierce, George Russell and Sainz, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Hayes, Hamilton, Alex Albon, and Hadjar, Stroll, Hulkenberg, Esteban Ocon, and Ollie Behrman, Lawson, Bortoletto, Doohan, and Lando Norris starts from the back of the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. So we come to Qatar this weekend, and what's the word I'm looking for when I think about the middle part of this track? Relentless.
The whole track's relentless. It's predominantly built to be a motorbike circuit. For an F1 car, that means a lot of G-force. It's hot here, it's humid this time of the year that we come to in Formula One, and this puts pressure on the drivers. It also puts pressure on the car and the demands of the tyres. So it's a brutal circuit.
Okay, radio check, radio check. Okay, Mark here, radio check. Check, check, can you hear me? Okay, we had a fantastic result at the last race. Let's try it again here. Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts. Now use DRS. DRS now available. Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form. Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds. In this lap, push now. Joshua's coming in for his stop. Seems to have been a bit of a problem removing the left front wheel. We need to try and put that behind us though and finish the race strong. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Gap to your teammate behind, 2.8 seconds. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap.
And so the celebrations begin, and well-earned they are indeed. It might have looked simple at times, but as any racing driver will tell you, competing at this level at the very top is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion. No one knows what goes on behind the scenes, but on the racetrack today, it's a win. And what a win for Sonny Hayes.
You always look back at a race like this and think, if I'd just made that mistake there or locked up here, there would have been contact. And every one of those overtakes is a moment where you have to absolutely nail it, perfect it, and that's exactly what they're able to do today. Great stuff indeed.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.